So there, I will announce the third graded activity in this session. Okay. Baka si Carl, may idea na. Hi Carl. Student ko yung twin mo, di ba? Yung kambal mo. May kinikwento ba siya sa'yo?
Wala naman po.
Okay, so there, I will announce the third graded activity in this session. So of course, icebreaker activity muna tayo, then short discussion, then I'll announce the third graded activity. Okay, so we'll finish in more or less 1 hour, so don't worry. Mabilis lang yung session na to. So again, nandito ako sa PUP ngayon. Okay, so yeah, let's have an icebreaker activity first. So may isang winner sa icebreaker activity na to. At yung winner na yon ang exempted sa ating third graded activity. Ulit, diba? Okay. So there, I'm sure siguro nalaro nyo na to. Pinalaro ko na sa inyo. Pero patalasan lang ng memory. Pero naman, ako na yung magpapahula sa inyo. So may bago naman. Kahit napalaro ko na sa inyo ito, siguro may chance na napalaro ko na sa inyo ito. Pero make sure na ready yung mga keypad nyo or keyboard nyo kasi pabilisan to. Yung unang mag-register sa chat box ang counted. And of course, paramihan ng score. Kung may pinakamaraming score sa dulo ng PowerPoint is the winner. Alright? So, sharing na to. So, can you give me a thumbs up if clear sa inyo yung simple icebreaker activity natin? Okay. So, swerte ng mga nakakaalala ng game na to. Pabilisan lang to. Okay, so here it is. So, of course, alam niyo na yung mechanics nito. Ito lang yung makikita nyo. Ganito yung point of view nyo. Then, ito yung point of view ko. Yan. Nalaro na natin to, di ba? So, this is the taboo. Right? Can you still remember it? Can you give me a thumbs up kung naalala niyo na pinalaro ko na sa inyo to? Hindi ba? Alright. So, si Lorraine naalala. Okay. So, good. So, pabilisan lang to. So, dati, magkagrupo kayo. Pero ngayon, individual na to. So, alam niyo na yung mechanics. I will define the word vacation without using these tab words. Then the first one who will answer it is of course the winner. Okay, so let's start. First word, and this is the counterpart of Zeus in the underworld. It is the most common term for a bad person. No, that's not the answer. I just cannot use the word that is equivalent to that. The more common version of that, what you are answering right now. It is the most common possible, but it's close to that. All right, pinakahula na. Debit. Okay. So si Raven ang unang nakahula. So this is my POV. Next is the antagonist in the protagonist in the movie, antagonist in the Sonic movie. The Hollywood guy. He is also the protagonist in the movie The Mask. He's like very animated movement. Mga Gen Z talaga kayo. Hindi ko kilala. Alright, si Jim Curry. Si Keanu nakahula. So Keanu, the first one who got it. So this is the answer. Next is, okay, we conduct a drill of this quarterly. we conduct a drill of this quarterly. No, that's not the word. It is it can ruin a building or a structure. Okay, earthquake lang. Bakit kasi nalalagay niya ng drill? So, ang panalo ay si Katrina. Okay, ang unang nakakuha ay si Kat, si Morilla. Mag-unmute lang kayo kung meron kayong dispute sa unang nakahula. Okay, next is, so ito yun yung sagot. Next is, you use this. This is inside your face. Inside your face. You can put a piercing on it. Okay, so Tom, si Morales. Next is, so yan yun. Next, you do this when you've seen someone, especially guys do this. You do this to your friend. This is also a TV show. In, okay, anong high vibe? Correct spelling tayo. Si James ang una nakakuha. Okay? Si Dimapanag. Panag. Okay, nagbabalik na ba yung alaala ng class sa larong to? Next is, okay, this is what the color white substance or color white thing that comes out from a bake. Okay, so smoke ang unang nakasagot ay si Mia. Okay, 1 point pa lang kayong lahat ha. Alright, wala pang namumuro sa inyo. Okay, this is what you define if the particular, an example of this is Spider-Man, No Way Home. When there's a lot of queue, and all of the people in the universe want to watch that particular film. Yan. Hindi naman siya tabu. Yon, nabasa ko na. Ang unang nakapagsagot ng blockbuster ay si, okay, Marilla again, 2 points na. Tama, di ba? Si Kat yung unang nakasagot na. So that's the answer. Next is when you cannot rest when the sun goes down. What's that? Cannot rest when the sun. Okay, wrong spelling, wrong. Correct. Insomnia. Si Aaro. Unang nakasagot. Next is, so ito yun. Next is, don't panic, it's okay, ang unang nakasagot ulit ay si Aaron. Okay, 2 points ka na, Aaron. So ito yun. Next. Okay, this is the striking feature of generic Italian people. Super Mario. Okay, Ivan. Yeah.
Sir, ako na una, sir.
Ay, si Aaron ang nauna daw. Let's check. Ay, oo, tama. Si Aaron na. Okay, next is a hard substance that usually color gray. You can sell this in junk shop. Okay, metal. Diasis. Ito yun. Diasis. Ito yung habol. Mga siguro 5 slide pa. Makakahabol pa kayo. Okay, this is a brand of a lighter. Oh, wait lang. Sige, go. Si Alex daw. Ang unang nakasagot. Tama ba? Kaya si Alex, si Alex nga. Alessandria pala. Sorry. Hindi pala si Diasis, Alessandria. Alright, so anong sagot doon? Let's see kung sino yung unang nakasagot. Marlboro. Kaya Aaron again. Wala na, parang si Aaron yung panalo. Next. So ito yon. Next. Okay. Pabilisan na lang to ha. 23. Buo, dapat buo. Yon. Wala na. Si Mike, si Aaron na. Ulit. Habol pa. May chance pa kayo makahabol. Si Morilia. Kat, habol ka. May chance ka pa. 5 pa yata ito. 5 slide pa yata. So ito yun. Sagot. So next is, this is the companion of Mr. Bean. Buo dapat. Okay, yun. Nakahabol si Kat. 3 points. 2 na lang lamang mo, Kat. Ay, Aaron, kay Kat. Okay, next. So ito yun. Next. Okay, this is what call center agent call when they need to go to work. You know, if you are a security guard, you will say, I have a duty. But if you are a call center agent, you will say, I have a shit. But shit. Pinabasa akong shit. Alright. So, ang una nakasagot ay si Mia. Shift. Hindi pala. Sorry Mia. Si ano pala? Shuttle. Ang una nakasagot ay si James de Mapanag. Tama ba? Si de Mapanag unang nakasagot ng shift. Taas pa natin. Yeah. Si de Mapanag nga. 2 points. So ito yun. Next. Okay. Alam niyo na to. Lisa Makua. Tama ba pronunciation ko? Yun, Kat! Isa na lang. Habol mo si Aaron. Okay, isa na lang. Ilan pa ba to? Ilang slide pa to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uy, 6 pa pala. Malaki pa yung chance. Malaki pa yung chance na makahabol. May 6 pa na slide. Okay, pagalingan na to. Nagtataka ka ba, Giancarlo? Lisa Makuha pa lang sinabi ko, alam na agad na ni Katrina. Ayan talaga pag mga gifted. Okay. Isa na lang lamang mo, Aaron. So, si Di Mapanag, may chance ka pang manalo. Oh. Alright. So, yan. Naparad niyo sa theater. Kaya alam niyo. Next is, ito. Careless blank. Ginalingan na talaga. Okay. Katrina Halili. Ang unang nakasagot I see. Naka-caps lock pa yan. Si Aaron. Okay. May chance pa. Pwede ka pang matalo, Aaron. So next is, okay, the opposite of broadsheet. What's the counterpart of broadsheet? Okay, so di mo pa na. Go, may chance ka pang manalo. Di mo pa na. Okay. Example of this is sagad, tik-tik, tonight, toro. Mga kaagapay sa paglaki. Tama ba, boys? Okay. Opo. Okay, next. Yan, yun yung sagot. Next is, okay, the opposite of prequel. Okay, ang pinakamabilis I see. Bilis nyo ha. Parang naka-ready na sa ano niyo, chat niyo, parang i-enter nyo na lang. May tumatawag. Okay, si The Asis ang nakasagot. Ang unang-una. Join. Next is, so yan yun. Next. Okay, girls scream when they see this generation. All right, so Aaron again, ang unang-una. May chance pa, may chance ka pa makahabol. Kat. So ito yun. Next is, okay, this is what you'll get when you are in the third place. But the other term for that, the other yon. So si Aaron, 8 points. So yan. Next is 100 degrees Celsius. No gerund. The simplest term. Okay, si Carlo Duran. At least naka 1 point si Duran. Okay, so kailangan pa bang i-memorize to? Ang panalo is si Aaron. Siya ang ating exempted sa third graded activity. Okay, so that would be all. So open your webcam and let's call it a night. Joke lang, class. Okay, let me now share my screen. So let's limbo ko. Manny Pacquiao. Okay, let me just share my screen. Galing niya ano ni Aaron. Eh. Halos kalahati, 20 items lang, 8 yung nahulaan niya. Okay, so here, class, this is our discussion for tonight. We'll be discussing the user face. What are those principles regarding user interface? Okay, but before anything else, I'm sure you have an idea what is an interface. So you can be able to observe and see the interface with everything that you are consuming. Okay, for example, if you have a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, a desktop, a smart TV, or anything okay, that has an interface, you can be able to find the principles of user interface. We'll be able to talk about the 8 principles of user interface. Okay, very easy, right? So what are those different types of interface that we will be talking to? And what are those example of those interface? Okay. Now, class, in your own words, how do you define GUI or graphical user interface, or just the user interface itself in a software, of course? Kasi wala namang hardware na user interface, lahat to software. Of course, nasa loob sila ng hardware, pero how do you define graphical user interface? What's your idea? Just kahit isang word lang. Ano yung naisip nyo pag narinig yung user interface? May tumawag. Anyone? Kahit i-chat nyo na lang. Ano yung word na naisip nyo? Interact. Yes, perfect. I like that. Intuitiveness. Perfect. And design. Yes, that's correct. Or even icon. So you can use icon. So yes, those are the things that you might come up with when you hear the word user interface or GUI, or yes, function. User friendliness. Yes, correct. So that is all correct. Very good. So you have an idea, at least an understanding of what are those different types of user interface. Now, before the discussion, there is a 2-minute video clip here. Let me just play it. One moment. Cursor. Para magkaroon kayo ng ano. Desktop. Downloads. Open with. Okay, share ko lang screen. Wait lang, guys. I-play ko na, class, mag-unmute lang kayo kung may nakikita kayong ano. Nakikita kayong inconsistencies, kung may issue sa audio, video. Pag tahimik kayo, ibig sabihin, naka-full screen yung video, then nagpe-play ng maayos with audio. Okay? Nagpe-play ko na ulit. Can you give me a thumbs up, class? Kung napanood nyo ng maayos yung video. Okay, good. Very good. So these 8 principles of user interface is also applicable, class, for not just only for software or application, but also for an operating system, okay, an OS. So I'm sure you have an idea on how to differentiate an OS compared to an application or a software, okay? When we say operating system, of course, it is a platform where the particular software or application is being operated, okay? And the operating system, it deals with that's where you, of course, launch a particular software or a application. All right. So, for example, when you say Android, what is an Android? A software or an OS? You can answer there in the chat box. Okay. So
OS
yes,
po, sir.
yes, OS operating system is. How about the it's very easy to say na OS kasi may OS sa dulo. How about the Symbian? Who's familiar with Symbian?
OS, sir.
Oh yes, Symbian is also an OS. Symbian is the #1 OS, of course, before the Android and the iOS dominated everything. Okay. How about a Lightroom? Is it an OS or an application? Yeah, for Nokia. Yeah, application or application or software. Okay, how about Ubuntu? What is
OS.
Ubuntu? Yes, OS is correctly done. How about Linux? What is
OS.
Linux? Yes, OS then. How about Bada? Pwede rin naman mag-on. How about Bada? Who's familiar with Bada? BADA. Oh, hindi nyo alam yung Bada. Hindi nyo alam yung Bada, class? Okay. Alam nyo ba yung Bada? Trivia to. Yun yung isa siyang OS na dinevelop ng Samsung. Okay? So kung yung Huawei, meron silang sariling OS. What's the OS of Huawei? May nakakalam ba?
Harmony.
Yes, correct. Harmony OS. Yung sa Samsung naman is Bada. Bada is a Korean word for ocean or sea. So yes, yun yung OS na proprietary ng Samsung. Okay, Bada OS, BADA OS. Okay. So yes, you're already familiar with that. So these 8 principles of user interface is also applicable to OS, not just for software and application, but also for operating system. So the first principle that we will be talking to is the principle of consistency. Very simple. As long as basically here in the example that we have, ipin ko lang mukha ko. Yan. Based here in an example that we have, that means the interface design is in harmony with the same, applies to all screen in a software program, the same words or commands perform the same function throughout the interface. For example, in this example, lesson 1, then there's a summary here. Now, of course, if you click next, which is here in this interface, particular interface, when you click the summary in the first page, what will appear is the summary of the lesson 1. Okay? So, consistent siya na kapag kinlik mo dito is, pag kinlik mo yung summary sa lesson 2 is of course, summary din ng lesson 2, not summary of lesson 1. So, yun yung one example of principle of consistency for function. Then there is also a principle of consistency when it aesthetic wise. For example, sa Facebook, di ba, yung login page ng Facebook color blue agad. So kapag yung login page ng Facebook is color red, then pag login mo, the rest is blue. Therefore, there is no consistency aesthetically speaking, okay? Because the login page, the landing page is red, but when you enter already, everything is color blue. So of course, sa landing page mo lang ng Facebook, kakaroon ka na kaagad ng idea na yung theme ng application na yun or yung software na yun is of course color blue all throughout the whole interface, from the logo, okay, from the itself, from the like button, etc. So there is a consistency. So that is what we call principle of consistency. The next is the clarity. Okay, another principle of clarity that you can find in those different types of software and operating system is clearness of labels in all icons to make the system easy to understand. Okay, very straightforward. If it's clear, then the principle of clarity is present. Users should use relevant icons or graphics to indicate the information. So icons, words, or commands should be clearly labeled so that users can understand them easily. For example, here, you can be able to identify that when you are presented into this tab, usually mga application na ginagamit natin, it can be an e-commerce platform, or it can be a social media platform, or it can be a dating app, it can be a cooking app, can be video games, okay? It can be a game in your phone, it can be a camera, everything class that has a user interface. It should have a principle of clarity. When you press the magnifying glass icon, of course, it's very clear what it will do. When you click the question mark icon, you know exactly what it will do. Okay? For example, sa mga games nyo, kasama din dito class yung yung mga video games na lalaro nyo. Pwedeng Mobile Legends, okay? Mga Clash of Clans, mga nilalaro nyo sa phone nyo. Included din dito. Okay? Not just OS, not just software application, but also even interactive video games, mga video games na nilalaro nyo is included din dito. So for example, bibili ka ng skin or hindi mo alam kung ano yung gamit nun or yung mga attributes nun. Di ba may question mark usually sa gilid? Pag kinlik mo yun, it's very clear na kapag may question mark sa gilid ng bagay na ina-explore mo pa lang, is alam mo na kagad na it will say something about that particular item na maging helpful sa'yo. Okay, so yun yung principle of clarity. You can be able to easily navigate, okay, all throughout the software or the application. Hindi ka kakainin ng buhay ng ginagamit mo, okay, na software. Next is the principle of context or the content itself. Kung napapansin nyo class, may mga theme, we can categorize different types of software that we are using. It can be an operating system, it can be a video game, it can be productivity software, it can be a social media, e-commerce platform, dating app, okay, then video editing tools, mga productivity software such as Word, okay. So yung context niya is of course exclusive dun sa intended purpose ng particular application na yon. Alright? So just imagine, for example, nakakwento to sa akin ng kaibigan ko, sabi niya meron daw siyang sinubukan niya gumamit ng Tinder, the application, the dating app. Then yung profile picture niya dun is sombrero, yung sombrero, yung cap. Then parang tinanggal daw nung application, nung app na yun, yung profile niya, parang binlock, something like that. Kasi ang interpretation daw pala is pag nag-post ka doon ng mga item or parang cap mo, parang iniisip is nagtitinda ka sa Tinder, which is that's not the purpose of that particular application, right? So that will defeat the purpose of that application na nagiging e-commerce platform na nagtitinda ka ng mga merchandise. Of course, hindi yun yung purpose ng application na yun. Same thing with naging naging parang um, parang nag-trending dati. Kaya hindi naman na parang kasama siya sa feature ng particular application na yun, pero hindi yung intended purpose niya. So out of context pa din, kahit kabilang siya sa purpose na yun. Yung nag-post yung boyfriend, yung girlfriend niya, na yung boyfriend niya, merong ka-chat sa chatbox ng Shopee. Nakigets na class? So sa Shopee, merong ka-chat yung boyfriend niya, then nahuli niya. Then, parang in-expose niya yung boyfriend niya. Sabi, bantayan niya yung mga boyfriend niya. Hindi niyo alam, meron na yung ka-chat sa Shopee. Something like that. So, of course, feature siya ng Shopee, pero yung intended purpose nun is, of course, hindi, out of context siya. Kasi hindi naman dating app yung Shopee. Isa siyang e-commerce platform. Isa siyang e-commerce platform. Tapos, gagawin mo siyang platform para, gagawin mo siyang dating app. So, out of context siya. Naging meme din to dati, na yung dati kasi class, including yung mga social media account natin, kasama siya sa principle of context or context. Dati, merong yung My Day, yung bagong feature pa lang siya ng Messenger. Sa Messenger lang yung My Day dati. Parang gusto mong makaiwas, di ba, pag nag-deactivate ka ng Facebook, gusto mong makaiwas sa mga nangyayari sa mga kaibigan mo. Kasi pwede ka mag-deactivate ng main Facebook account mo, then Messenger mo lang itira mo. Pero sabi ng Facebook, akala mo ba makakaligtas ka sa amin? Kahit na deactivate mo yung Facebook mo, ipapakita pa rin namin sa My Day yung mga kaganapan sa buhay ng mga kaibigan mo through Messenger sa My Day. Di ba, class? So, instead of focusing on My Day, naging na rin siya. On Messenger, naging parang Facebook na rin siya. In-integrate na rin yung Facebook because you can view My Day there. Then, tinransfer din nila yung mismong My Day sa mismong Facebook account. So, recently lang din nangyari. Nung ginawa nila yon, yes, nasa feeds na rin, correct. So, evolution talaga, di ba? From Messenger, napunta sa Facebook. Tapos ngayon, nasa feeds na rin, makikita mo na rin sa feeds. So, therefore, naging meme yun. Just imagine, class, yung productivity software, yung Excel, PowerPoint, Word. Gumagawa kayo ng Excel, ng Word, ng PowerPoint to do your project, your homework, you want to be productive. Imagine nyo, class, na yung Excel, merong My Day sa taas. Okay? Imagine nyo yung PowerPoint, merong My Day sa taas. Nakiklik nyo doon sa loob ng software na yun. So, yun yung out of context. Okay? So, dati, meme yun. Pero, hindi natin alam na baka all of a sudden, magulat ka, nag-open ka ng Excel. Then, sa taas ng Excel, meron ng My Day. Diba? So, yun yung context, principle of context. Dapat, exclusive yung productivity software away from social media, and social media away from e-commerce platform. But sometimes, yeah, they do merge. But in the purest form, dapat principle of context, this is still observed. Okay? So principle of context is still observed. If it's a e-commerce platform, then be it an e-commerce platform. So there, that is the principle of context. So we already have consistency, clarity, context. Okay, we're halfway there. Then the principle of navigation means users can move around the menus, help files, or other screens in a system. Of course, very straightforward. Principle of navigation, you know exactly where to go, okay, to set up if you want to navigate on to change your, let's say, your SIM card or the internet connection, your internet preference. So it should be easy to navigate. Okay? Very straightforward. Principle of navigation. Kapag yung isang application, pag yung isang application is nag-struggle kayong i-navigate siya, then therefore, wala siyang principle of navigation. Okay? So this is a very straightforward principle. Principle of navigation should easily move around the menu, help files or other screens in a system. Di ba pag naglalaro kayo, let's say mga COD-N, yung mga ML, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go, even TikTok. You know, class, one of the reasons why TikTok is successful because of its navigation. First time nagkaroon ng platform na in the first 3 seconds, you will magkakaroon ka na kagad ng idea kung magda-dive ka sa content na yun or not. Okay, first 3 seconds pa lang. So, isa sa reason kung bakit successful yung TikTok is because of its navigation. So, you'll be able to just, scroll up and you can be able to, indulge in the content that you are receiving. Yun. So, perfect yung principle of navigation ng TikTok. Kasi it becomes, it benefit the company or the application tremendously. And it help them be more addicted. Next is the principle of course, the search. Means the system enables users to search keywords or glossary. The user interface should have a search function. It should provide multiple ways for user to make queries by grouping or sorting. The system should provide users a preview in order to get a word in a correct page. So, yung Netflix, yung Facebook, lahat class ng ginagamit niyo is may search function yan. Okay? Pag wala siyang search function, magtataka ka, it's impossible. Bakit walang search function tong application na to? Pero we can categorize application or software into 2 categories also. First is the first generation and the next is the second generation. When we say first generation, it is being updated by the creator or the programmer of that particular application. Or nagkakaroon siya ng buhay dahil sa mga programmer. Okay? It is a nakasentro siya sa nag-develop ng application na yun. Then the second category of application is when the user is the one who empowered that particular application or platform. For example of that is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Without its user, it's nothing. So yung mga big platform na ganun is meron silang principle of search. Okay? Pero yung mga first generation application, it's possible na wala silang search function. Kasi nga, first generation sila. Yung mga second generation, yun na yung user-centric type of application. Which is, yun nga, impossible na walang search function, yung mga ganong second generation of application. It's impossible na wala silang search function. So yun, that's the other search function. Next is the principle of learnability. Yes, user-generated content. So that's the term. Learnability means that the system provides support, information, and help fast to make the system easy to understand. So yun. One platform that I can say na meron silang perfect learnability integrated sa platform nila or sa software na yun is yung YouTube. Okay? YouTube, hindi lang text yung bubungad sa'yo kung gusto mong to know more about that particular feature. Meron silang one set of course. Course yung nandun sa kanila. Merong series 1. Okay. How to upload content, how to make your content more lively, something like that. Okay? So hindi lang text yung instruction nila, yung learnability nila. Hindi lang audio, but of course, audio, video. Wika na pa. Bye. Sige. So yun. Hindi lang siya text, hindi lang siya graphics, hindi lang siya video, hindi lang siya audio, but audio, video. Okay? It's it explains to you through a video. So there, the learnability. If you want to know more about the particular feature of that software that you are using, then there should be a feature that will empower the user to know more about it. So some application, pwedeng link lang binibigay nila, okay? A link where you can know more about the particular feature, or isa, pwede rin pag kinik mo yun, isang mahabang text na nakabungad sa'yo, which explain everything about that particular feature. Next is principle of flexibility. means a user has the authority to navigate through all the sections without any limitation. For example, the user can access any of the lesson, section, and page of the program. Very good example of this class is, of course, the OS itself, the Windows 11, Windows 11, Windows 10. If you have a computer, a software like this, you can do actually anything. And on the operating system side, but on a software side, one example that I can give here is Zoom. Zoom is very flexible. I can drag this window where I am speaking. I can drag it here so that the PowerPoint presentation won't be covered, okay, something like that. Or I can minimize the chat box. I can open the participants view. I can maximize it. Okay, I can drag it. I can remove students. So those things, it's very flexible. So Zoom application is very flexible. So that's what I can give as an example. So, I'm sure you can observe that in different software that you are using. It's flexible enough. Okay, for example, yung Netflix, you can say that one feature of Netflix that is deals with the principle of flexibility is when you go to the home page of your cell phone, then the Netflix is still playing at the background. You can still see a small window. So that you can categorize that. You can call that as principle of flexibility. It's flexible. Okay? You can open different apps. You can access different apps, and the movies is still playing. So that's one example of it. So next is the principle of personalization. The principle of personalization means the users can make your own personal or individual learning. Very easy siya, class, na explain. Very straightforward. Favorite nyo principle nyo to. Kasi on social media itself, you have an option to display. You have an option to display your picture, your previous My Day, okay, your display picture, profile picture, etc. So that is principle of personalization. Means that the user can make their own personal or individual learning. Users can choose their display options. Yun pa pala, class, naka-contextualize kasi ito, yung 8 principles of user interface natin sa LMS. So yun pala. There's another category of, though LMS is still, of course, a software, an application that runs in OS, but it has another category, the learning management system, okay, which is like the Edmodo, okay, Google Classroom. So those are still, you can observe the 8 principles of user interface in learning management system. Ito, class, naka-contextualize to sa learning management system. Pero of course, applicable din siya sa mga e-commerce platform, social media, mobile games, okay, and productivity software, operating system, etc. So yun. Marami tayong categories where we can observe this 8 principle of user interface. So yun lang, class. That's just the 8 principles of user interface. May tanong ba kayo, class, before I give you your third graded activity? Do you have any question?
None so far po.
Wala naman po, sir.
Alright. So very simple, class. Actually, dapat yung activity na to, binigay ko sa inyo to ng first discussion natin. Pero since mahal na araw yun, naawa ko sa inyo na hindi ko muna kayo binigyan ng activity. Pero ito, this is the activity that I will be asking you to do. So, simple lang siya, class. We will document a particular product. and extract as many data as possible into that particular product. Okay? So, for example, so yung 15 na to, you should be able to answer this. What's the product name? What is the brand name? The serial number? The date that particular product was released, where it is made. Okay, is it made in China, made in Vietnam, made in the Philippines? What is the support hotline? What is the support email? The official product website, list of supported languages of that particular product. Product predecessor. Okay, what's the previous product before that particular product that you are extracting data from? Then product successor, what is the product after that product? I'm sure you know that. Marketing materials, ano ba? Gumamit pa sila ng artista, gumamit pa sila ng YouTube promotion, ng social media sponsored links, anything. Celebrity that endorse that particular product. The troubleshooting steps that's available, that you can, that is included, okay, in that product that you can find in the manual or in the website. Okay. Official troubleshooting steps dapat kasama. Then, type of documentation provided. Ano, kasama ba yung manual? Kasama ba yung warranty? Kasama ba yung product name? Basta ano yung kasama sa box nung pinurchase nyo yung, or nung minarket yung particular product na yun. Then, lastly, how long it is in the market. So, you can start when the release date of that particular product. If it's still supported, then you release date to present. Kapag hindi na siya supported, then what's the last time that it was supported or officially discontinued? Okay, it can, ano lang, pwedeng month and year. Then, after those 15 data, 15 information that I asked you to extract from that particular product, you will need to dig deeper in an essay format, in a paragraph format. Okay? Explain everything about the product, include as many information as you can in describing the product, including its history, person behind it, additional specification that not yet mentioned doon sa 15 bagay na sinabi ko. Then, controversies, issues that is surrounding that particular product, how it is generally received by the product, by the public, and its legacy to the industry, etc. Okay? So basically, class, para kayong gagawa ng Wikipedia page ng product na yun. Na ito lang naman yung hinihingi ko, specifically this 15 information. Then you will create an essay format, a paragraph of that particular product. Controversies, an example of this is, ano ba yung issue or controversy ng Galaxy Note 7 sa tingin niyo, class?
Yung battery.
Alright, sumasabog siya. So yun yung issue nun, ng Galaxy Note 7. So you can include that in the documentation. If that is the thing that you choose. It can be anything, class. Pwedeng plancha, pwedeng rice cooker, pwedeng cellphone, yeah, pwedeng TV, pwedeng smart TV, pwedeng desktop, pwedeng laptop, anything. As long as you can answer these 15 things here that I ask you to answer, and you need to write a paragraph format, dig deeper. Okay? So ilalagay nyo lang siya sa Word file. Okay? So you can create a Word file. Pwede rin PowerPoint. Pwede rin, well, it's up to you where do you put this, as long as I can see this 15 information here and the paragraph about that particular product. So same, ang gagawin natin, class, ko-collect siya ng isa sa inyo, preferably yung secretary or yung president, vice president, officer. I-collect siya, then i-upload sa Google Drive. Then yung link lang sa Google Drive, yung isa-submit sa akin. The deadline is, of course, very lenient tayo sa submission natin. You always have 2 weeks to submit that. So the deadline is May 19, 9 p.m. of May 9. So screenshot nyo na ito, class, para alam nyo kung ano yung gagawin nyo. And meron kayong format. Okay? So may tanong ba kayo, class, before?
Paulit
Yes.
po anong time ng sa May 19?
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Okay po.
ng May 19. So you have more than 2 weeks to do this. Very easy, Fred. Isang upuan lang matatapos na to. Okay, wala na? May tanong? All right, so if you don't have any more questions, so I think that's settled here. Let's open our webcam. Then let's have a class picture. Okay, for today's theme, naka-ano tayo, class? Naka-red hat. Open yung filter. Ayan, nakapula. Ay, hindi, wag na lang yan. Ito na lang. But may theme tayo every time. Ito na lang pala, class. Graduation. Okay, so open your webcam, then I think we have a problem. Raven, ikaw na lang mag-take ng picture kasi hindi kinakaya ng internet ko pag lahat kayo naka-open ng webcam.
Sir, naka-cellphone lang po ako ngayon.
Okay, sino yung naka-desktop? Yes.
Ako na lang po, sir.
Alright, sige.
Okay.
Pakipost na lang dun sa GC natin. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, smile.
Next page po. 1, 2, 3.
Right. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a great night. Goodbye. Thank you for participating.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir. Bye-bye po.